Hey guys, so I was really in the mood to film a tag video. I just always feel like it's such a great way for you guys to get to know me a little bit more. So yeah, I was kind of just searching online, looking through the tags, and I found one called the 20 Questions About Music tag. And I mean, music is such a big part of my life. I absolutely love music. So yeah, I thought it would be really fun to answer these questions. So the first question is, which band slash artist do you own the most albums by? If you guys see me looking over there, that's because that's where I keep my CDs, so I'm checking. But I believe it would have to be Maylene and the Sons of Disaster. They're like one of my favorite bands, and I have all of their CDs. So yeah, and they're actually almost all signed, which is pretty cool, except for the last one. But yeah, I think it would definitely be them. Number 2 is, what was the last song you listened to? I believe there's a way to check that on iTunes, isn't there? Let me see if I can find it here. Recently played. The last song was Moving for the Sake of Motion by Under Oath. Number 3, what's in your CD player right now? Most people are probably thinking, like, who still owns CD players? But I actually have an alarm clock that you can connect your iPhone or iPod to, and it also plays CDs. And the CD that's always in there is the Paramore self-titled album. I just always keep it in there. Number 4, what was the last show you attended? Oh, it was a Silent Planet show, and there were some other bands. I believe For Today, I think, and some other bands, which I don't remember. What was the greatest show you've ever been to? Ooh. I think it would have to be the last Under Oath show that I went to. Just because, like, first of all, Under Oath was, like, my favorite band for so many years. Like, in high school, that's pretty much all I would listen to. And they were breaking up, so when I went to this show, I knew that like I probably wouldn't be seeing them alive again. So I don't know, I was just really into it, and they played songs from all of their albums, so it was really fun, and I was there with my boyfriend and a group of friends. It was really cool. Turns out that they are getting back together for a reunion tour. I don't know if it's going to be like permanent. I don't think so. But I will get a chance to see them again next month, so I'm excited about that. But yeah, this last show that I went to of theirs was probably one of my favorite shows. Number 6, what's the worst show you've ever been to? Ooh. That's hard. I don't know if I've ever been to a show that was, like, bad. Like, I definitely have my favorites, but I don't know if any of them actually stood out as the worst. I don't know. I don't think I have one. Oh, wait, I remembered something. When I was in Brazil, I was probably around, like, 12 or 13, and I was visiting some cousins. My family and I were visiting some cousins in like another city, and they took us to like this rodeo thing, and it had a show, and it was like there was this show there by a sertanejo group. Sertanejo is kind of like the Brazilian country, but it doesn't really sound like country. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a kind of music that I'm not really a fan of. And I just had to stay there and wait for the show to end because everyone was watching it. So yeah, I guess that would have to be my worst one. What's the most musically involved you have ever been? Kind of weird the way they put that question, but when I was younger, I used to take piano lessons. I actually took it for a few years. And then as a teenager, I took guitar lessons, but I mean, I don't really know how to play anything anymore. And then I do love to sing. So yeah, I guess that's like my involvement with music. Number 8, what show are you looking forward to? Well, as I said, Under Oath is getting back together for a reunion tour, and they're playing here in New York next month, so I'm super excited about that. So this actually skips from number 8 to number 10, which is really weird. But it's, what is your favorite band shirts? Hold on one second. So I have quite a few, but I think the one that I like use the most is this one right here. Which is a Maylene and the Sons of Disaster shirt. It's pretty faded some parts, so I don't know if you guys can tell, but it has like 2 banjos going across, and I don't know, I really like it. I like the colors, and they are one of my favorite bands, so I just like wearing it a lot. They play like Southern rock, in case you're not familiar with it. That's why they have banjos. What musician would you like to hang out with for a day? I would love to hang out with Hayley Williams. I think she's awesome. Who is one musician or group you wish would make a comeback? Well, I mean, I guess I've already mentioned Under Oath like a million times already, but I guess I would like for them to come back permanently, because I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure it's just for this reunion tour. But if they would come back and just stay together, that would be awesome. Also, the Spice Girls. I mean, come on. That's like a part of my childhood, and even though I was obsessed with them when I was younger, I never got to see them live. So if they got back together and at least did like a reunion tour, then that would be so cool. I feel like it would be so much fun. Who is one band slash artist you've never seen live but always wanted to? I feel like almost all the bands that I like, I've actually gotten to see live. I mean, I just used to go to so many shows as a teenager. That's pretty much all I would do. Like, I never liked partying or going clubbing or any of that. I've just always liked going to shows. So I've seen most of the bands. A band that I've never seen, but I think it would be really cool to watch, and I really like them, is actually Guns N' Roses. Name 4 or more flawless albums. I mean, I feel like it's kind of hard for an album to be flawless. I feel like there always have songs that you're not really crazy about. But I do own, I think, a few CDs where I can listen to it from like beginning to end without really skipping songs. And 2 of them are from Paramore. There's Brand New Eyes and their self-titled album. I really like listening to those from beginning to end. And then, what else? Oh Sleeper, When I Am God. I really love that CD. That's also another one that I can listen to from beginning to end. And then the last one would be Under Oath, Define the Great Line. That's like my favorite CD of theirs, and I believe I love every single song in that album. How many music-related videos slash DVDs do you own? Not that many. I believe I have the Devil Wears Prada one, and then 2 or 3 Under Oath ones. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I don't have that many. How many concerts or shows have you been to in total? That's like impossible for me to know. I have been to so many shows, as I said before. I mean, honestly, I have no idea. Who have you seen the most live? I feel like that's probably a tie between a few bands, like Under Oath, Maylene, what else? The Chariots I've seen a bunch of times. And then The Devil Wears Prada I also saw quite a few times. I'm not exactly sure which one of those 4 I've seen the most. What is your favorite movie soundtrack? My favorite, I think, is the Twilight soundtrack, like from the first movie. I don't know if it's because at the time I had just read the book and I was like obsessed with the story, so the songs reminded me of that. I don't know, but it's just a CD that I really, really like. I have it on my phone and I'll listen to it occasionally. What was your last musical phase before you wisened up? You know, it's kind of funny because I feel like I didn't really go through phases that much. Like, I feel like people really change their musical taste as they grow up. But I feel like I still listen to the exact same things that I used to listen to, like, in high school and stuff. I mean, the only time in my life that I can think of that I used to listen to things that are different from what I listen to now is when I was like a kid. As I said, I loved the Spice Girls, I loved like boy bands like NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys, and I still do like them. I just don't listen to it that often. But yeah, I feel like ever since I was like, I don't know, about 14, 15, I've listened to the exact same bands. I actually have a hard time like kind of listening to new music, which I know is pretty bad. But yeah, I kind of just listen to the exact same things I listened to in high school. Oh, I guess I should probably say the type of music that is. It's mainly like post-hardcore, metalcore. I like some southern rock. And yeah, and emo as well. I know people, when they think of emo, they think of like the style phase that happened, like the MySpace days. But it's actually a really awesome genre of music that I really like. And yeah, so that's what I really like listening to. What's your guilty pleasure that you hate to admit to liking? I feel like I never really feel guilty for listening to things that I like. I mean, I don't know, I'm not ashamed of anything, I think. Even the things that you would think would be like, you know, your guilty pleasure that you shouldn't tell anyone, like as I said, Spice Girls, NSYNC, all of that, I mean, I don't feel guilty about it, and I tell people I don't care. So yeah, I do like some One Direction songs. I'll admit that I'm not super familiar with like all their songs, But the ones that I know I do like and enjoy, and every time that my boyfriend sees me like singing along to any of their songs, he says that he's like ashamed of me and disappointed in my musical taste. But I don't care. I'll still sing along. So that's the end of the tag. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and that you got to know me a little bit more. And feel free to leave in the comments your favorite bands or songs or your favorite concert or your worst, because I apparently didn't have one, but maybe you have a really bad experience. Let me know in the comments. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!